Yeah, we're just doing a quick walkthrough of our street. We've lived here for 30 years, and this is the worst upkeep we've ever seen by the city since the LRT and some resurfacing work has started on our street. You can see a lot of the work is left unfinished. Perhaps they'll be back for it, but it's been sitting like this for weeks now. Certainly very dangerous. A lot of the pavement, the worst pavement, isn't being redone, oddly. This part of Bilberry isn't being treated, and it was the worst. All the residents agree. A lot of this work has been just left here for weeks now. Should be cleaned up and finished. There's a lot of safety issues here. If anybody has kids or elderly people, anybody, trying to walk down these boulevards with these huge holes and gaps in them. A lot of them you can't see because they're sort of covered by grass. But it just looks like kids were playing around, trying to put some turf down or something, and then just service vehicles ripping stuff up and not caring about anything. A lot of these surfaces, these shelters are ripped up and very dangerous. If you caught that in the dark with a foot or a stumble or something, and they've been like that for weeks there now, for sure. Also, the pavement job was questionable, how it meets the driveways. Our boulevard hasn't been mowed in 2 weeks, and when they do trim, they don't do all of it anymore. Anything that's up higher, they just don't trim, just leave it all like that. So, we complained yesterday that they didn't cut the grass, so they came and cut the grass. Finally, it was about a foot long. It looks like somebody mowed a field and just left the sidewalk this way. This is the entrance to the LRT, or the MUP rather, that is unfinished and just goes dormant for months every summer for the last 4 or 5 years. They work on it for a couple of weeks and then they just dump it and leave it just the way it is, full of their garbage and dangerous construction materials everywhere. This is right on our sidewalk, and any of the signs that were there were just thrown and left. So a lot of the residents try to keep up, and we pick up the garbage the best we can, but this LRT or MUP path is open directly to the Queensway. You could walk out onto the Queensway from here. And it says here it started in 2021, but it actually started in 2020. So that's 4 years running now, trying to build this MUP for us. And in the meantime, this resurfacing project has brought a lot of dangerous stuff. And then the Bengals games, as usual, leave our park completely littered. We've been cleaning up a lot of this because it's been blown around for the last week or so since they had their game. And so we go around and pick it up as it blows away, but just huge piles of it here that they just leave here for, we don't know who the Bengals are leaving it for, actually. So we're not sure, how to treat this other than we pick up the trash and do our best.